it's a welcome return to the ASBK paddock for Chris Vermeulen. Chris, it's been a while since you've raced here, but it must be great to be coming back in the pit reporter role.
It's 22, 23 years. Makes me feel old, you know. Yeah, I was a 16, 17-year-old and racing here at Queensland Raceway the series was big then and we know ASBK has gone through a few troubles, but the series looks very strong now. So yeah, I'm very excited to be back and to be working at television and talking to some really fast, exciting young riders.
Yeah, we've really seen ASBK surge in recent years. The talent, the depth of the talent, I think is always an important measure. And things like the Oceania Junior Cup must be great to also see that the junior end, it seems like things are coming together too.
Well, when I started racing, you couldn't road race till you were 16, and now seeing these kids, I think from 11 years old on those Yamaha 150s, and Gary McCoy, you know, a legend of the sport, teaching them. There's so many faces here. There's so much experience and knowledge, and these kids they're going to be fast in the future. But it's what we need to do from an Australian point of view if we want riders to challenge in the World Championship in the future, because they start at those young ages over there. So from that side, it's really exciting. And then you got the top end, you know, the Australian Superbike Championship. The level here is extremely high. People don't give it credit, but Wayne Maxwell and Brian Starring and Josh Waters and those guys, they're international level riders, and they're pushing the levels here year on year. And just to be in the top sort of 6 or 8 in that championship you've got to be very, very fast.
Well, we saw when Jack Miller made his return at the Bend last year, a lot of people, you know, fans from overseas said, oh, he's going to walk all over them. It didn't quite all go his way. I personally think, and I'm sure you agree, I would put Australian Superbike alongside American Superbike and British Superbike at that standard.
Very much so. At that level, I completely think so. So when I raced here, you know, 20 odd years ago, I went to the UK and I reckon the level was pretty similar, and I can't see any difference now, you know. So like I said, it went through a dip, but the level of riders, what MA have done with the Motorcycling Australia have done with the bikes, and to try and keep that level quite consistent, I think they've done a fantastic job, and it's brought out great racing, and it is bringing those youngsters through. The level is getting stronger and deeper.
Now let's talk about your role with ASBK. You're going to be our pit reporter. Have you been? I noticed I've caught up with you here, walking along the pits, catching up with probably some familiar faces, or in some cases the son of familiar faces. What's it like catching up with the guys? They're obviously recognise and know who you are, and you must be looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the role. It's great. I've watched the series on TV for a number of years, and I'll be working with Steve Martin. I raced against Steve for a number of years in the Australian Championship, in the World Championship as well. So we've got a good rapport. But yeah, coming through the paddock and seeing a lot of familiar faces and guys that were here, you know, 23, 24 years ago when I was riding, they're still here now working and using that experience. But like you say, there's some riders that are sons of riders that I raced against that are out there. And as a dad myself, I don't know if I'd deal with that very well, but these guys they're doing a great job, and yeah, it's exciting to see.